Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is the 790th Rome Total War Brotherhood game that I've put onto YouTube. And what a 31k battle I've got for you today. I would say that it is probably dips into the epic bracket here, and it is a really exciting battle. As you can see, it is fought on a custom map hosted by Brotherhood member Crypto. Okay, so our first teammate is Brotherhood member Crypto. Now, Crypto's got 12 infantry, 3 archers, and just 5 cavalry. Okay, 12 infantry, 3 archers, and 5 cavalry. What I'd like to show you here is that, if you notice here, he's got his infantry general, which of course will be giving the general morale bonus to his troops, but also he's bought an eagle unit as well to give an extra morale boost to his troops. So as I say, he's got his general morale bonus there, plus his eagle unit there. So he's got a lot of morale going on in his army there. I just imagine he's got some pretty good cavalry. Yeah, there you go. If you count the upgrades, 8 upgrades, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry. Okay, so I think that's a pretty good balanced Roman army there. 12 infantry, 3 archers, and 5 really good cavalry. Yeah, nice balanced army there. Our next teammate is myself, Spartan Commander. He's got his very old Roman army of 13 infantry and 6 cavalry. Okay, very old army that is. And our next teammate is Brotherhood member Barclayman. Now, Barclayman's got 15 Sacred Band spearmen and 5 light cavalry. Okay, so 15 spearmen, 5 light cavalry. I think if I remember correctly, he's got mixed upgrades with his spearmen. I think the majority of his spearmen have got 8 upgrades on, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack, and a few of his units have just got gold shield, gold attack on. I'm thinking that the gold shield, gold attack units will probably be put on the front of his battle formation there, as they're the least well upgraded. They'll take the pillars, make first contact with the enemy, try and weaken the enemy so that his better upgraded troops can come through and finish them off. That's what I'm thinking that he'll probably do there. Quick look at the upgrades of his cavalry there. So he's got gold shield, gold attack, and he's gone for the light cavalry here, the long shield cavalry. They're fast moving, and actually you'd be surprised on how tough they are for light cavalry, and they are a very useful unit to have within the Carthage army there. So that's a tried and tested faction of choice there for Barclayman. Our last teammate is brother member Earth. Now, Earth's got 12 Spartans, 6 archers, and 2 missile cavalry. Okay, quick look at the missile cavalry there. These are fast moving. You get these in behind enemy troops, and those little spears they throw can be a real nuisance, causing casualties to enemy troops there. And as I say, they're kind of like a nuisance unit really there. So there's our team. I think it's quite diverse. I suppose in a way we've got 2 Roman armies, we've got Carthage, and we've got Greek cities. I say this is going to be a cracking battle for you to watch, and I really hope you enjoy it. Okay, at this stage of the battle, I thought we'd have a look at Earth's battle formation here. Can you see how he spreads his Spartans out like this? I notice a lot of players with Greek cities now use the Greek city faction like this, where they spread their Spartans out across the battlefield there. Okay, as I say, newer players to Rome Total War, this is probably, as I say, the modern way of using Greek cities, and if you fancy using the Greek cities faction, that seems to be the way forward. Now, this is a look at the more traditional, old school, old-fashioned way of using the spear factions there. Okay, so you can see that's a close, tight formation there in comparison to Earth's spread out battle formation. So I just thought it was quite interesting to have a look at the 2 different types of battle formation. The new type, if you like, and the old-fashioned, kind of old-school battle formation there. Which one do you think would be more effective in this battle? And here is the other team. We have Brotherhood member Spark. Now, Spark's got 6 archers, 8 infantry, and 6 cavalry. Now, I see several 31k players bringing this type army, and they actually, if you look at the cavalry here, you'll see, count the upgrades there, 9 upgrades, fully upgraded Praetorian cavalry. Now, that takes it out of the elite bracket into the super bracket. And what you'll find here is that what they tend to use is a tactic I call the cavalry and archer tactic here. Okay, and what I mean by that is very often what the player with this particular army will do is move his archers out to the flank, okay, and he will cover those archers with his fully upgraded cavalry. Okay, so he could then put all his archers out there in wide formation to suffer less missile damage, and have those archers backed up by his cavalry, so that the archers can shoot into the flank of enemy troops as they move and be a real nuisance. And if the enemy try to send cavalry out to take the archers out, they come up against fully upgraded Praetorian cavalry. Okay, so that's why I call it the arch and cav tactics. But looking through old school, old fashioned eyes, the Achilles heel of this army is just 8 infantry. Okay, to me, yeah, the arch and cavalry tactic can be very successful, but at the end of the day, you take the cavalry and archers out of this army, and all you've got is 8 infantry left. And as I say, to looking through old school, old fashioned eyes, 8 infantry is an Achilles heel, I think, in this army. But hey, modern players that take this type of army, you may well disagree. But as I say, to an old-fashioned player like myself, 8 infantry is pretty low. But as I must say, the cavalry and archer tactic is very effective. Okay, their next teammate is Brotherhood member Mars. Now, Mars has got 14 Spartans, 4 archers and 2 missile cavalry. Yes, you're right, 14 Spartans. Right, can you see anything strange about this screenshot? Have a close look. Can you see anything strange there? Okay, notice anything at all? If you look at the writing there, when you look at the units, can you see, and look at the banners there, this is a rebel Spartan army that Mars has bought. Okay, so he's gone into the selection, the rebel selection there, and has selected a rebel Spartan army. Okay, I just thought you might find that interesting. See, Earth has got the original, real, if you like, Greek cities army there. Okay, and Mars has got the rebel Greek cities army there. If you notice, I notice a few of his units has just got 3 upgrades on, which I'm guessing is gold attack, but obviously I don't know. If you look closely there, can you see? Just 3 upgrades, as I say, which I'm guessing is gold attack. They say that the morale of rebel troops is not that good, but to be honest with you, I'm not really sure about that. But yeah, so there you are. We've got 2 Greek cities armies on opposite sides here. Very unusual. There you are. Look, Cretan archers as well. Rebel Cretan archers there. And there you are. He's got his missile cavalry there. As said, very fast moving, get in behind enemy troops, throw spears into the rear of them there. So I thought you might find that interesting. A rebel Greek cities army there that Mars has brought to the battlefield. Unusual. Okay, their next teammate is Brotherhood member Uther. Now, Uther's got the bog standard, old school 31k Roman army of 14 infantry and 6 cavalry. And the reason that's the bog standard, old school Roman 31k Roman army is because it's so effective and so efficient. 14 infantry and 6 cavalry. My guess is he'll just be gold shield, just gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry there. And their last teammate is Brotherhood member TR, who has bought the Britannia faction. Now, TR has got 1 chariot archer, 4 heavy chariots, 1 light cavalry, 3 head hurlers, and 11 infantry. Okay, so only 3 head hurlers. Very, very unusual to have such a low amount of effective against armor head hurlers there. There is his chariot archers, fast moving, can move into Canterbury and circle, which makes it very difficult for foot archers to kill. And very fast moving, as I say there. If we have a look at some of his other units there, of course, he's got the chosen swordsman. These guys have got excellent morale, like urban cohorts, and with good upgrades on, you'd be surprised on how tough these chosen swordsmen are. Very, very good infantry. And then if you notice here, he's also bought woad infantry as well. See woad warriors there? Just look at the length of the swords that they carry there. They might have some of the longest swords in the game. Possibly there, just looking at the length of those. Then he's got his light cavalry unit there. You can move this around the battlefield, attacking archer units there, getting in behind tired engaged troops there. And then we go to the chariots. Now they've got, Britannia's got 2 lots of chariots. They've got the ordinary heavy chariots with 3 hit points, but these barbarian warlord chariots have got 5 hit points. And over the years I've tried both types of chariots, and I would advise you to take these barbarian warlord chariots. The 5 hit points really do make a difference over the 3 hit points of just the heavy chariots there. So as I say, TR has been persevering with Britannia. I think he really likes this faction. And then we've got the infamous head hurlers there. Look, he's only got 3 units of them. I just thought you might find it funny here to see the chariots running through the head hurlers and knocking their own head hurlers over. Can you see these head hurlers here have been knocked over by their own chariots? Don't worry, they're not dead. They'll stand back up. But I just thought that's a little bit disrespectful, isn't it? Their own chariots knocking down their own head hurlers. Look, all those head hurlers there are just about to be smashed down onto the floor by their own chariots. I just thought that was quite interesting to see. Very disrespectful of those charioteers. They must think themselves better than the head hurlers, the way they're knocking those head hurlers down there. So there's TR's army. Pretty good. We'll just have to see how it goes. Okay, at this very, very early stage of the battle, you'll see Crypto being his usual aggressive attacking self here, moving his archers and cavalry forward here, trying to target TR's barbarian army. Remember, all barbarian troops are very susceptible to missile damage, and Crypto knows this, using his years of RTW experience, taking his archers over as close as he can to those barbarian Britannia troops there, so that he can start causing some casualties there. This is a common tactic used by Crypto. He likes to run his archers forward, backed up by his cavalry, to try and target enemy units moving over to the centre to team up with their teammates there. So say you see Crypto there. I think he managed to get a few salvos off. May have killed a couple of the enemy troops there. But I can see some enemy archers being moved over here to support their Britannia ally. Now if you notice here, can you see that Spark has run all the way over from the other flank? Remember, Brotherhood member Spark was on that far flank there, and he has now run all the way over here. I presume he was running over here to support the other flank there, but I think with Uther and TR there, he probably doesn't need to do that. So it wouldn't surprise me if he moved back into the oh, there you go, that he's moving back into the centre area now. But as I say, he ran all the way over from the other flank there with his 8 infantry. But as I say, here you can see there's a bit of an archer battle going on here now between one of Spark's archer units there, and I can see that chariot archer unit of TR's coming into the fore as well. But as I say, you can see Crypto's archers there targeting one of Spark's archers. But I can see the Britannia chariot archer there was in Canterbury Circle. If you notice here, I've moved my army over towards Crypto's there. It looks like Crypto and myself are moving forward here on the left flank and left centre there towards the enemy troops. As I say, you can see the chariot archer of TR here is now in that Canterbury Circle. A very effective formation this Canterbury Circle is. Very difficult for foot archers to kill units that are in Canterbury Circle. But they're quite effective. They could be shooting loads of arrows into enemy troops from that Canterbury Circle there. So it is quite effective. Here you'll see TR moving a slinger unit forward. Now remember, slingers have got very short range, so he's going to have to move that slinger unit quite close to the enemy troops there, which of course could leave that unit susceptible to a cavalry hit there. But you can see Crypto and myself have pulled back a little bit now. There you can see we definitely pulled back a bit there, and you can see Uther bringing his red Julia army forward as well. Of course, we're very aware of the chariots of Britannia there with their massive fear factor that they bring. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there with them. There you can see the slingers there. They say they are quite short range there, targeting Crypto's archers there. I say the Britannia chariots, the one thing about the Britannia chariots is when they rout, they just leave the battlefield like any other chariot. They don't run amok. You can see here that Sparks brought his cavalry over here, his fully upgraded Brutii cavalry there, and as you can see, Uther moving his Julia army forward there towards mine and Crypto's army there. Meanwhile, over here on our right flank and right centre, can you see that both Mars and Earth have got these wide formations with their Spartan units there. You can see that there. As I say, this is the newer way of using Spartans there, and it can be very effective this way rather than the old-fashioned close, tight battle formation that you see some players bring. As I say, Mars and Earth here, I think, evenly balanced there. Looking at the battle formations, there, the way they've got their units. Here you can see there's a close-up of an arrow being shot from Mars's Cretan archers there into Earth's Cretan archers there. So over on our right flank and right centre, it certainly is a spear on spear battle going on there. I think it could well be. It'll be interesting to see when the real Spartans take on the rebel Spartans there. I think that could be quite an interesting tussle there. As I say, there is a rumour that troops from the rebels selections, their morale's not that good, but whether that's true or not, I don't really know, to be honest with you, as I don't use units from the rebel faction myself. But here you'll see Earth moving his missile cavalry forward there to target one of the enemy archers there. Let's just pause again for a second there. So that was a nice use there. Plus, I'd just like to show you here, can you see that Barclayman here with his fast moving cavalry? He'll look to kill enemy archers as well. That's one of the reasons he brings fast moving cavalry, is to target enemy missile troops. And as I say here, if you look at the secondary weapon of this cavalry missile unit here, can you see those short kind of knives there? So you can see that Earth is all to tact there to kill the archers, the Cretan archers of Mars there, with those short little knives, or short swords if you like there. That's going to take out that Cretan unit there of Cretan archer unit there of Mars's. Okay, so you can see here, this is a good combination move here by Earth and Barclayman here at taking out a lot of Mars's archers there. And here you can see Uther bringing his Julii cavalry over here as well. He needs to be careful not to get too close to those Spartans of Earth, because Earth will really enjoy using his anti-cavalry spears against Uther's cavalry there. Pause again for a second. So there you are. Can you see there? Earth's moving his units forward, and you can see the Carthage general moving forward as well. So we've got Barclayman and Earth moving forward. Now what I was going to say was Spark has only got 8 infantry. And if you notice here, Barclayman, I think, has got 15 spear units there. So if Earth goes after Mars, his Greek city's army, with his army there, okay, that would then leave 15 Sacred Band units to attack 8 infantry units of Sparks. Can you see what I mean? Yes, Spark will be able to throw pilers into some of the Carthage units there, but it'd still be 15 units against 8 infantry. As I say, that looks like the Achilles heel of that particular army to me. Right, now you can see TR's got his chariots there on the left flank, and so you got Uther over here as well. So it seems to me like TR and Uther have kind of combined there, and you can see that Spark has got his fully upgraded cavalry over on this flank as well. If you notice here, both Crypto and myself have moved back a little bit there. As I say, we're always aware of those chariots. Remember, the chariots are the big fear factor, can cause mass rout. So we are very aware of them. You'll see here Crypto taking his cavalry over here. Now this is a good tactical move, because he spotted here that Uther's cavalry probably eyeing up Earth's archers there. Okay, I bet Uther was looking there to smash into Earth's archers there, but Crypto spotted that and has brought his cavalry across to cover Earth's archers. Good bit of teamwork there by Crypto, I think. Nice bit of battlefield awareness, which we do talk about a lot. Remember, battlefield awareness, one eye on what's going on in front of you, and the other eye watching everything else that's going on in the battle, so that you can move your troops to help where needed. So here is a nice cavalry hit here, but he'd love to get that archer unit if he could. But you can see Uther's cavalry there, loitering with intent, ready to counter-attack. There you are, you see, I bet Uther had his finger on the attack button there, ready for Crypto's cavalry if it got any closer. So there you go. It's a nice aggressive move once again by Crypto there with his cavalry. And as I say, over here, it should be interesting to see if or when Earth's real Spartans get into contact with the rebel Spartans there. I think that could be quite an interesting tussle to watch. As I say, look how Earth has split his Greek city's army up. Got 4 units a long way away from the main Spartan army there. But as I say, this is a new way of using Spartans. It seems sometimes very effective. Okay, but over here you'll see TR with his slingers, his head hurlers, and his chariot archer there shooting into Crypto's infantry as we're moving over to the right here now. If you notice, both Crypto and myself have moved over here to team up with our teammates there. So as I say, it's quite a fast moving battle actually, with lots going on all over the place here. As I say, Uther's got his army there facing mine. I notice we've been facing each other for a while in the battle now, but as I say, here you'll see Earth moving his Spartans towards Mars' Spartans, and I notice that Mars has pulled his Spartans back quite a long way. Now I don't know whether that's because he doesn't want to take on Earth's Spartans, or he's worried about that massive Carthage spear army in behind Earth. That could be a good reason there. And here you can see Spark's archers there. Notice how, I just wanted to show you this, can you notice how he's putting archers in as wide formation as he can? He's got them in open order and as wide formation as he can, and that's because units in open order suffer a lot less damage from missiles than they do in close order there. So newer players to Rome Total War's little tip there: spread your archers out, but make sure you're guarding them with your cavalry just in case enemy cavalry tries to get them. Over here on the left flank there you'll see TR's missile cavalry unit there. I noticed that unit, I think if I'm not mistaken, was exhausted. Can you see how slow it's moving now in comparison to earlier when it was fresh? Here you'll see, remember I talked to you about the archer and cavalry tactic that this army that Spark brings is used. Can you see Spark's got his archers out there, but he's got his fully upgraded Praetorian cavalry right behind those archers there. So if we try and charge those archers with our cavalry, we're going to run into fully upgraded Brutii cavalry. Okay, so as I say, this is the archer and cavalry tactic that this particular army that Sparks brings does here, if you see what I mean. So as I say, you can see Crypto's cavalry there would probably love to charge into that cavalry, charge into those archers of Sparks there, but he is aware that those archers are guarded by fully upgraded cavalry. Now, as I say here, just look how slow this Cantabrian circle is of these chariot archers of TR, and that's because those troops are exhausted. Remember, when troops get exhausted, their morale drops, their battle proficiency drops, and they become slow. You can see that's moving around in slow motion there, that Cantabrian circle. But meanwhile, over here on our right flank and right centre here, you can see you've got Mars's rebel Spartans there and his missile cavalry, and you've got some of Spark's archers over here as well. And you'll see that Earth is spreading out his archers as well here. But as I say, you can see Earth here, look how far he's brought this 4 Spartan units over here and stood them by the side of my infantry there. Really spread out his battle formation. Right, here's Uther, look, going for some archers there. You can see Crypto's archers, and you can see some of Earth's archers there. Can you see him running forward? Now I need to counter this with my cavalry. Can you see how I'm now bringing my Scipii cavalry in to counter Uther's cavalry trying to take out our archers there? Nice cheeky aggressive move there, I thought, by Uther, charging those cavalry units in there. Could see we got archer units that might have been a little bit exposed, if you like. Charged his cavalry in there, but luckily didn't do a lot of damage to us. But over here, as I say, you can see Spark moving a couple of his archer units there round our flank, backed up by his fully upgraded cavalry. As I say, this is a typical, what I call archer and cavalry tactic that I see several 31k players do with this particular army that Spark has bought there, and it can be very effective. But as I say, having only 8 infantry in that army, we just have to see what happens here. Here you can see the fast-moving cavalry units of Bark there. He was going after some archers there. You could see that. It wouldn't surprise you. He's usually quite persistent, Barclayman, with his fast-moving cavalry. He's like a dog with a bone. He was not going to give it up. And there you are. He's heading towards some more archers there. Look. Can you see with that fast moving cavalry? And he's bringing another unit over, and it looks like he's running away, and then all of a sudden he can change direction with his fast moving cavalry, or use one cavalry unit as a decoy when he charges another one in there. Look at that, let's see. Can you see, as I say, he's like a dog with a bone when he gets going. He's never going to give it up. And there you are, you can see him charging that cavalry unit in there, and now he's going to charge this other cavalry unit in to these archers. Look, bang, as he charges in there. But unfortunately, I think the position I can see there, his units look like they could well be routed. Let's pause the game for a second here. So there you are, you can see that this missile cavalry there of Mars has been alt-attacked because they've drawn their knives there, and they're fighting the light cavalry there of Barclayman. But of course, Barclayman's a long way away from his general, so his morale will be low, and you can see some Julii cavalry coming over as well, so that's why those couple of units have been routed there. A long way away from their general, and of course they've suffered a lot of casualties too. So as I say, Barclayman very persistent, very aggressive there, but Mars was ready for him there, and managed to rout those couple of units. Okay, so over here, as I say, on our left flank, you can see the old archer and cavalry tactic that Bark is using there. So it'd be interesting to see how we combat this on this left flank, because of course every time you try and move your infantry, you're under archer fire there, and when you try and move your infantry, obviously the infantry turn their back on the archers, showing their weakest part. So that's when the archers can cause a lot of casualties. Meanwhile, over here, as I say, on the right flank, you'll see Earth moving his Spartans forward towards the rebel Spartans of Mars there. Now, will Mars want to take on the real Spartans, if you like, with his rebel Spartans? Looks to me like Mars is backing off a little bit there. And over here, once again, you can see Uther's got his cavalry there. Looks like he moved them in to try and take out archers again, but once again, one of his cavalry units has been caught by a Spartan unit there, and he could well lose a cavalry unit here if he's not careful. Watch the banners, there you are. You see that one cavalry unit has just been routed there. He just hooked on, didn't he? One of Uther's units just kind of got hooked on one of those Spartan units of Earth. And there you are, you can see Mars has bought his rebel Spartans to engage their Earth Spartans there, can you see? And it's so strange to me to see two opposing Spartan armies fighting, the rebels and the real Spartans there. It just, as I say, you don't see that very often, do you? Just very unusual to see there. And as I say, you can see Barclayman running his Carthaginians forward. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if Barclayman backed his Carthage army off. Can you see why he might back his Carthage army off? There you are. Can you see him backing his Carthage army off there? And the simple reason for that is because he saw the 8 units of Spark coming forward there. And of course, Spark doesn't want to really waste his pilers on the Spartans there with their 2 hit points that suffer less casualties from missiles than anybody else. What he wanted to do was to throw his pilers into the Carthage army of Barclayman's there. That's what he wanted to do, and Barclayman could see that, and that's why he backed his Carthage army off there. So, as I say, the Spartans with their 2 hit points and excellent specifications, they suffer a lot less casualties from missiles than the Carthaginians would. As I say, meanwhile over here, you'll see that Crypto's trying to run his archers away from the fully upgraded cavalry of Spark there. As I say, you can see now that Crypto is now running his units over towards, with the help of Earth, towards the enemy troops there. Now, if you notice there, Uther's flank, to me, looks quite susceptible to being hit. If I pinned and held Uther's army, then Crypto here, could smash into his flank. And if Earth formed like a blocking force with his spears to stop the Britannia army getting in there, then that could possibly be a good target for us. You see what I mean? So if I move forward, pin and hold Uther's units, and then Crypto smashes into the flank of Uther's, and Earth's spearmen there form a blocking line there to stop the Britannia troops getting through. But Uther's an old, wily old general. It wouldn't surprise me if he saw what was coming here and backed his army up. There you go. He's backing his army off. He can see Crypto coming in on his flank. He knows that I moved forward there, ready to pin and hold him. but he's not going to fall for that. His years of experience and battlefield awareness, look, you can see what was happening there, moved his army back. So I think that was a good tactical move there by Uther, but Crypto still can move in on his flank, and I can still move forward onto him. Now at the rear here, you'll see that Spark is manoeuvring his cavalry in behind us. You'll see that that's one tactic he does with his fully upgraded cavalry, get in behind us, and then he can look for weak spots to smash his cavalry into, preferably our engaged troops there, and he can smash into the rear of our engaged troops, which he'd love to do with his fully upgraded cavalry. Right here you can see a nice strike by Crypto, like a bang! Now he hit Uther's troops while they were moving. Now you'd be surprised how many casualties you can cause enemy troops if you can hit them with cavalry when they're moving. So that was another nice battlefield awareness move there by Crypto. You could see Uther was moving, smashed his cavalry in there and caused him a lot of casualties. Can you see, I was going to charge my cavalry into some Julii infantry, but with a little bit of battlefield awareness, I noticed amongst that Julii infantry, if we have a little of a close look, can you see there's a Spartan unit, a rebel Spartan unit with their spears down there. Look. So if I'd have charged in there with my cavalry, I might have routed that one Julii unit, but I would have run into Spartan spears as well. So that's why I've backed my cavalry off. Didn't want to get involved with anti-cavalry spears. Thanks very much there. But here you can see the Spartans moving in on my army there. You've got Britannia troops there, and of course you've got Uther's red Julii troops there as well. So as I say, there's a lot going on here in the centre. You can see a lot of those Spartan troops are moving towards my Scipii infantry there. Okay, looking to trying to take out my infantry there with the Spartans. Okay, you can see them moving forward there into my battle formation. Right, let's just pause the game for a second here. So as I say, you can see the rebel Spartans there moving towards my blue Scipii infantry there. You'll also see Britannia infantry there as well. There's a good bit of teamwork here by Earth. If you notice, he's integrated 3 of his Spartan units in with my army there. He's got another unit there as well, which he will help to neutralize the attack by the enemy Spartans. Over here, nice move here by Barclayman, coming in on the flank of the enemy troops with his Carthaginians there, and of course another mini army of Spartans there from Earth. Okay, so as I say, splitting the Spartan army up and using it like this around the battlefield can be very effective, and it's a new way of using Spartans. Very effective there. Over here you'll see that Barclayman, using his fast moving cavalry, is kind of hoovering up enemy missile troops there, and here you can see Earth's fast moving missile cavalry. He's doing the same, kind of hoovering up enemy missile troops there around the battlefield. But over here you can see Britannia troops, including the chariots, starting to move towards our armies there. Okay, remember those chariots bring a massive fear factor, taking morale away from our troops and destabilizing them. Okay. As I say, you can see the enemy Spartans gradually moving in on my Scipii army there. You can see Barclayman bringing some Carthage units up to help. Okay, so at this stage of the battle, what I wanted to show you here was, can you see Spark's got his fully upgraded cavalry in behind us. Now if you notice here, I've turned my cavalry to face his cavalry, because I know what he wants to do is to try and smash into the rear of our engaged troops with his fully upgraded cavalry. So I'm facing his cavalry now. My cavalry is not anywhere near as upgraded as his. So whatever happens, I don't want a cavalry versus cavalry fight with just my cavalry against his, because with the fully upgraded units he's got, he will beat my cavalry. But what I'm going to do is an old-fashioned tactical move here. I'm going to move my cavalry in by my infantry and my morale boosting units there as well. So if he attacks, I can not only just use my cavalry, I can bring infantry into the fray as well. As I say, I've got morale boosting units there for my cavalry. A lot of pilots being exchanged here between Uther's red Julii army and Crypto's SBQ or purple army there. Now this is a nice hit here by Uther. Here comes Uther's cavalry, wedge formation for more penetration, more impact, and bang! As he smashes into Crypto's units there. Look at that cavalry has penetrated right through Crypto's infantry there. Nice there. And then you can see Crypto counter-attacking. But here comes TR's chariots in behind us. Right, so that was a nice cavalry hit there by Uther. But now you've got the Britannia chariots coming in behind Crypto's infantry there. Okay, I think they were trying to combine a chariot and cavalry attack there. Now, of course, my first instinct here is to charge my cavalry over to help Crypto, but I'm aware that Spart's cavalry is loitering with intent there, and the intent there would be to smash into the back of my units there if they could, especially into my possibly Eagle unit there, to try and take a morale boost that Eagle unit is giving our troops there. Okay, so I'm aware of that. But if you look here, you'll see that the rebel Spartans are really pushing in on my Scipii army there. But you'll see that both Earth and Barclayman, being the good teammates that they are, have integrated their units in amongst my Scipii army there to help repel the rebel Spartan attack there. And the Britannia troops coming in on me as well. So great teamwork by both Bark and Earth there. Meanwhile here, Spark's got his 8 infantry there with some of Mars's rebel Spartans there holding on the right flank, on our right flank there, against Carthage troops and some troops of Earth there. Okay, so there's a general overview of what's happening. But here comes the chariots of TR, like bang, as he charges in there. Now you can see Crypto attacking with his cavalry. As I say, my instincts there is to charge my cavalry in to help Crypto, but I know that Spark is ready to charge in there, but I'm going to go anyway. I'm going to try and help Crypto anyway with my cavalry, and I'll just have to switch it back quick if Crypto decides to charge into the back of my infantry. There you are. But there you can see, you can see Spark there moving his cavalry over there. Now what he'd like to do, it wouldn't surprise me if he's put his cavalry into wedge formation, okay, for more penetration and more impact there. Okay, so watch for him putting his cavalry into wedge formation, and then he wants to smash into the back of my general unit or into the back of my Eagle unit there to stop the morale giving abilities of both of those units. I need to be switched on about this. And here you can see the Spartans, the rebel Spartans of Mars pushing in on me as well. It would be a hammer and anvil attack. Do you see what I mean? The Spartans being the anvil and Spart's cavalry being the hammer there. But I need to be very aware of that. So as I say, watch out for Spark putting his cavalry into wedge formation. That's a warning there that he's about to attack. Okay, now you can see I'm moving my cavalry over there, but I've seen another target there. I want to charge forward there to try and help repel the cavalry charge of Uther. Right, can you see that Spark has gone into wedge formation? That's a sign he's going to attack. Get ready, look, he's going to smash into the back of my units. I need to be switched on here and turn my units against him there. There you go. I've turned my infantry there, and I'm now attacking with my cavalry to smash into Spark's fully upgraded cavalry. But as I say, there you can see my allies are switched on as well. Both Barclayman and Earth spotted his cavalry coming in and turned their spears to face it as well. Can you see that? Great move there by them. And of course my infantry's attacking them as well. And now my cavalry is hitting into them as well. Plus you've got Bark spearmen attacking Spark's cavalry as well there. So there you go. That was a good, I thought, teamwork defense there against fully upgraded Praetorian cavalry. So well done to my teammates there. Good battlefield awareness, I think, there by all of us. They're watching out for those fully upgraded cavalry units. As I say, with this particular army that Sparks bought, if you take out the cavalry and archers, all he's got left is 8 infantry. And as I say, looking at that army with old school, old-fashioned eyes, that's the Achilles heel of it. I think just only having 8 infantry. But that's, a lot of you may well have a different opinion to that. So if you do, please put it in the comments. But there you are. You can see Spark still got a couple of his cavalry units out there. But here you can see his 8 infantry now are trying to hold there while we attack. And this is, I noticed that Uther's been very aggressive with his cavalry. That's about the 3rd or 4th cavalry hit he's put into Crypto's infantry, trying to break through. But I'd just like to show you a good tactical move by Crypto. Can you see Crypto's got an Eagle unit? Right, not actually fighting, but just stood behind his fighting troops there, giving that extra morale boost, that extra morale bonus to his troops, his fighting troops there. Okay, over here on the left side you can see more chariots in action there, and a few of the enemy troops there. You can see Uther's got a couple of infantry units. He may well move into the flank of Crypto's SBQR troops there. So as I say, there's a lot going on here to try and get filmed for you all over the battlefield. So as I say, we've managed to chase off Spark's fully upgraded cavalry at the moment. And my guess is because they're fully upgraded, several of his units will rally, but they will be battle damaged there. Okay. Now what I'm going to do with my infantry now, I've decided I'm going to do a surge attack there. I'm going to move my infantry forward there into tired battle damaged units there. Can you see as I move my infantry forward in a surge attack there, can you see how enemy units are already starting to rout? Now with these old-fashioned, old-school surge attacks, you've got to get the timing right. Okay, just when the enemy are tired and battle damaged, you do a surge attack, and very often you can break through, especially if you use your cavalry. Right over here you'll see Earth and Barclayman there moving in on the enemy troops there, in behind their battle formation. But you can see a lot of Barclayman's units have been battle depleted there by pilers thrown in by the enemy Roman troops there. But as I say, you can see my infantry surging forward there, routing a lot of enemy troops, and now I'm going to add a cavalry charge into it as well. Okay, so I've surged forward my infantry. You can see, including the Britannia general, a lot of their units now have broken, and I'm now going to deliver a hammer blow, a final hammer blow with my cavalry, which I'm hoping is going to finally break the enemy troops in behind me there, and behind their front line there. Over here you can see Uther's Red Julii troops there holding well against Crypto, and there's a unit of Earth there as well. I think Uther's been using his cavalry extremely aggressively here, but as I say, I'm going to deliver a hammer blow now with my cavalry, which I'm hoping, and I'm surging forward again with my infantry there. So my infantry and cavalry charge forward there like a bang as we go forward. If you notice there, Barclayman there running his spearmen in as well. So we're kind of doing a joint attack. You can see Earth running some of his Spartans through there as well, and we've kind of smashed the centre of the enemy defence there. I thought that was a great combination hit by all of us there. Really well done to my allies there. Great combination there. You can see here, as I say, Earth and Barclayman moving forward there, and my cavalry and infantry did that massive old school surge attack that came through there, routing a lot of enemy troops. As I say, now you can see that Spark's 8 infantry now. Can you see how, looking at all our infantry closing in on him, see how 8 infantry can be a little bit of a small amount of infantry to the 31k battlefield. Here you'll see a couple of Earth's unit being attacked by Spark's infantry and cavalry there. Notice how he's smashing in there. And over there you can see that Spark's still got a couple of cavalry units he hasn't deployed yet in this particular stage of the battle. But he's looking to probably smash into the rear of our engaged troops there, which he'll probably do very well if he does that. But as I say here, you can see my cavalry here, that hammer cavalry blow. I'm now going to charge into the back of Uther's troops there, and bang, as they charge in there. So remember, Uther's Red Julii troops have been fighting for a long time. You can see Bark charging his light cavalry in there as well, really charging into the back. I don't know how long Uther's infantry is going to hold. I can see units are starting to rout there, and there his general's gone as well. So that was a real hammer and anvil attack there. I thought there, Crypto and Earth's infantry being the anvil and our cavalry being the hammer there. So we did well there against Uther's army. But here you'll see, as I say, Spark's got his cavalry there locked and loaded. Several of his infantry have gone. Can you see I'm charging my cavalry in here, looking to smash into that Brutii infantry. Right here you'll see Spark attacking with the 2 of his fully upgraded cavalry. Bang! And he's bringing another 2 fully upgraded cavalry in as well. And there's Uther's Julii cavalry charging as well. Like a bang! As they charge in as well. Oh my gosh! Just look at that cavalry there. You can see my blue Scipii cavalry and infantry still holding well there against the Julii cavalry and the fully upgraded Brutii cavalry there. And there you are, you can see Spark charging another fully upgraded cavalry unit in that bang as he charges in there. But if you notice, I'm surging forward with infantry and cavalry against that fully upgraded cavalry there. And there you can see Spark's general has been routed there. And I think that is the end of the battle there. It looks like our team has has managed to go on to to win the battle there. As I say, that army that Spartan brings, I see several RTW players bringing that army, and it can be very effective. But as I say, to me, only having 8 infantry is a little bit of an Achilles heel. Take out the cavalry and the archers of that army, and 8 infantry units is maybe not enough for the 31k battlefield. Anybody watching this might have a different opinion. Please put your thoughts in the comments there. But as I say there, it looks like we've gone on to win the battle there. Okay, if you look here, it's quite a spread out battle. What I wanted to do is show you this line of Carthage infantry. Now you can see there's no dead enemy troops around them anywhere. And that means that line of Carthage infantry have just been killed by pilots. Okay, so that line of Barclayman's Carthage infantry there, you can see the casualties he took from those pilots there. I just thought that was interesting. As we move over here, you can see the most contested, intense part of the fighting here just by the piles of dead. Look at the dead Spartans there. But of course you don't know which is rebel dead Spartans and real dead Spartans there, do you? Just looking across the battlefield here. And as I say, you can just see the intensity of the fighting here. As we move across the dead, just look at that. You can see the let's say the intensity of the fighting there. And there you are. To my amazement, Crypto's still got some pilots left to throw up. He'll be throwing them into routing enemy troops there because they're on auto fire. So, but yeah, he's still got some pilots left at the end of the battle there, which is quite unusual. There, as I say, just look at all the dead here. It just goes to show, doesn't it, how intense this battle really was. There. Let's have a look at Crypto's army. He was holding so well for so long there. I think he's just got 5 units left out of the entirety of his army. Just 5 units. That's all he's got left there. So that just goes to show how attritional the fighting was on that that left flank of ours. He was fighting for a long time there. And you can see Barclayman and Earth's units. They're still got quite a few reasonable amount of units left there. So as I say, it looks like our team has managed to go on and win the battle there. So the first thing I'd like to say is really well played to everybody in the game. I thought everybody played well there. It was a really great battle, and as you can see, it was just an average victory there. So that's not too bad, average. And the highest kills in the game, where do you reckon it's going to go to? Okay, highest kills in the game goes to Brotherhood member Earth with that really modern Spartan formation there. 1,765 kills. So newer players to Rome Total War, if you want to take Greek cities, maybe look at that battle formation that Earth used there. Very modern, very new type of way of using Spartans there, but look how effective it was, and look at the kills that he got. So there you go. No need to be old school anymore. Spark there just got over 1,000 kills there. So well done to him. As I say, with that army he always brings that type of army and uses that archer and cavalry tactic on the flank there. Usually quite effective, but as I say, sometimes if you take out the cavalry and the archers there, you only got 8 infantry left. So well done to Mars there with his rebel Greek cities army, 2nd highest kills in the game. So well done to him, did really well there with his army. Well done to Uther. Probably be a bit disappointed as he got less than 1,000 kills, but I thought he was very aggressive, especially with his cavalry. And well done to TR. I know he'll be disappointed with those kills there, but he still did well with Britannia. Well done. Okay, my kills 1,245, not bad. Yeah, quite pleased with that. I think that's something like the 4th highest kills there. Well done to Crypto. I think he got the 3rd highest kills there with his army. He did really well. Good battlefield awareness, good holding on that left flank. So well done to him. Well done to Barclayman there. Now he may be a bit disappointed with his kills, okay, but he played really well. And look at the amount of troops he's still got left. 900. Still got 900 troops on the battlefield. And as I say, well done to Earth, highest kills in the game there. So really well played, guys. And a bit of diversity, I suppose. So the enemy team got Rome, Greek cities, rebel Greek cities, Rome and Britannia. So that was a good mix. And we got Rome, Carthage and Greek cities. So do you think either team had a factual advantage here? As I say, we play Rome Total War every Friday and Saturday night. If you'd like to join us, you would be more than welcome. And we still have great battles on this old game. See you soon. Bye for now.